It's not typical for human rights to top the discussions table at the UN Security Council, but since last year, the UNSC's debate on North Korea has expanded to include the reclusive state's atrocious human rights situation. That was the case this year as well, as the UN General Assembly urged the Council to consider referring North Korea to the International Criminal Court after a UN Commission of Inquiry detailed wide-ranging abuses in the hermit state. Permanent members China and Russia were against it to no avail. Arirang News Kwon Soa reports.
Because the North Korean people continue to endure a, quote, real-life nightmare, is why the UN Security Council met on North Korea's human rights issues on Human Rights Day. That's what the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Samantha Power, who chaired Thursday's meeting, said as the 15 members of the council gathered to discuss the issue for the first time since it was officially added to the agenda last year.
Efforts to engage the government of the DPRK to improve the human rights situation in the country must go hand in hand with efforts to hold perpetrators of crimes accountable.
9 members, including 3 of the 5 permanent members, the United States, Britain, and France, voted for the topic to be discussed, while the 2 other permanent members, China, North Korea's firm ally, and Russia, voted against it, along with Venezuela and Angola. 2 abstained. The Chinese representative at the meeting reiterated China's stance on the issue.
China has always opposed the Security Council's intervention in issues concerning a specific country's human rights. The Security Council is not the place to address human rights.
But the majority of the council and experts here in Seoul believe Pyongyang's human rights crimes have wider implications and pose a threat to the international community.
It's essential to remind the international society of the seriousness of North Korean human rights issues and the need for improvement. Although there will be no use of force, the UN Security Council is trying to push North Korea in an indirect manner.
Although not a member of the council, South Korea's ambassador to the UN, Oh Jun, attended the meeting. He said despite last year's landmark resolution passed at the UN General Assembly calling for North Korea to be referred to the International Criminal Court over alleged human violations, nothing has really changed in the North since then. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.